Hey guys, DanHeilman here. We are back with another Awaken Chaos Era video. I want to talk about all the elites in the game that are good. There's a lot of them. You can see I have a lot of them leveled up right here. This is basically what I would consider the best elites in the game right now. Let's go through their kits. How's that sound, guys? All right, let's move me over here. All right, so Mary. Mary's interesting. She's used mostly in PvP. She definitely has a very big spot in PvP, but she can be used in other places as well. So this is interesting. Her trait is removes one negative effect from all team members at the start of the turn. Does have a three turn cooldown, so keep that in mind. And she has an ultimate that makes everyone invincible and removes all negative effects. So she uses this first in her normal AI. So on auto in arena, for example, you can make her go second. First you have your speed booster, second you have her, and then she makes everyone invincible, and then you have two nukers. Pretty cool. So it has one stack, so once they get hit, it goes away. So we'll only make you invincible for one hit. Okay, that's why it says valid hit. She also has grants a bonus turn and a chance to stun. So very cool unit. Used mostly for PvP, but some people use her for dungeons as well. Okay, Zach. Zach is pretty much the same as he was in closed beta test 4. He's a good DPS unit. This is what he's known for. Upon defeating an enemy, launches a bonus attack to deal 80% damage to all enemies. If this kills someone, he does it again. If it kills someone again, he does it again. There's no limit to how many times he can do this, so very cool ability. He has a big AoE. He has this that does more damage when they're below 50%, and he has this which also grants attack up for him. Cool unit. He's an elite, so his attack stats are kind of low. People have told me he's been nerfed since closed beta test 4. He has not been. Every single person in the entire game had their attacks slightly reduced, so I wouldn't call that a nerf. I'd call that just a balance change because it's done across the board with every single unit in the game. Okay, Connor. I would probably consider Connor the best elite in the entire game. He has an amazing kit. He has this attack boost. He has decreased defense, which is pretty cool. He has this shield plus attack up, and the shield, basically the strength is based on his attack. So build him very high attack and then defense and health. And great unit. And then he has this ultimate that heals, again healing based on character's attack. Definitely the best elite in the game, hands down. Joesph, I would consider probably the second best elite. Mary, Joesph, pretty close. So Joesph is really good for Ash Magisteria. He has this ability right here that removes all negative effects from the target and grants the target a bonus turn. So when you're in Ash Magisteria, put the person in slot 1 gets the bomb, so put your best damage dealer there, because when he uses this on that person, it grants them an extra turn. His ultimate also increases attack up and defense up for everyone, and it's only on a 4-turn cooldown, and it lasts 3 turns. So pretty insane. He's good for arena, he's good for dungeons. He also has pretty decent speed. He starts at 112, which is actually pretty high. That's higher than most of the legendaries in the game, which is pretty amazing. But that is because I have him ascended, right? So he gets 20% base speed from his ascension. So he's quite fast. His health is decent. His defense is not the best. So you want to build him mostly health, obviously, because that will scale better if you're trying to keep him alive. Very cool unit. One of the best ways to get around the bomb in Ash Magisteria dungeon, so he's very useful there. Marian, cool unit. She was really good in closed beta tests. A lot of people used her because she was required for Witch of Wind. Not required, but needed because of this ability right here. This is basically what she's known for. Lifesteal of all team members increased by 25%. So you run this girl with 3 DPS units, and the DPS units keep themselves alive by doing a lot of damage. I recommend putting her in a revival set because this doesn't help her keep alive because she doesn't do a lot of damage. Most people just literally turn her abilities off in the bottom right hand corner so that she only uses defense down. So that is one thing she can do because these don't do very much. The healing is just okay from this. So yeah, because I think it's based on her damage, right? Yeah. Based on the damage she deals, and she doesn't do a lot of damage. So that's what she's mostly used for. Okay, Ravyn. She is actually one of the best poisoners in the game. A lot of people, besides Santis here. But the problem is she's got some, you know, lower base stats because, again, she's an elite unit. But this is what she's known for right here. Her A1 deals 70% damage to an enemy with a 20% chance to apply a poison for 3 turns. This goes up to 80%, right? 30, 60, 80. So she has an 80% chance to place a poison. I actually thought it was 100% for some reason, but it's for 3 turns. 3 turns. So put her in a cursed set, turn off all of her abilities, and she will be placing poisons every single turn. Very cool. Reduces the cooldown of this character's Dark Fog ability. That's her passive. No, it's not. It's this ability here. I think most people will probably turn her off if they're using it in a poison team. It's going to be hard to make her tanky, and she's kind of slow. But very cool A1. And she's also dark. So she doesn't usually have problems with, you know, affinities or types. So that's pretty cool as well. Abbott is a decent healer. He's okay. He's not the best, but for an elite, he's pretty solid. All of his abilities heal based on his max HP. So you want to build this guy with a lot of HP. Heals a team member, grants a shield. He doesn't have AoE heals. He has single target heals. Heals, applies immune, heals whichever team has the lowest percentage of health remaining. This is kind of cool. I like this when it just automatically, you know, he deals damage and heals that person. He also has this increased max health and has a decent health pool. It's B rated. So build him up with a lot of HP. I don't know that I'd waste too much on him. But yeah. Valuk. Interesting unit. Another poison unit. Again, you probably want to turn off all of his abilities to make him land more poisons. That's probably what you want to do here. He also has accuracy down, which is an interesting buff that I think only, or debuff that only he can place. This basically means when the enemy has less accuracy, that means you can, what is it, dodge or deflect, whatever one. They're kind of the same mechanic, but basically you'll dodge or deflect more when they have accuracy down. He also has this cool thing that whenever an ally gets attacked, they have a chance to put a poison on that attacker. So I would probably just turn off this AoE for most things if you're trying to place poisons. So kind of a cool unit. You don't see him used too much, but yeah. Agzul. I call him Agzul because his name's Agzul, and that's kind of weird. But anyways, another poison unit. So applies poison to all enemies for 2 turns upon the death of an enemy. This one's kind of weird. But he has this AoE ulti that deals damage to everyone and applies poisons for 2 turns. He also has a chance to apply poisons on his A1 as well. So, cool unit. He actually hits pretty hard. At least he used to hit pretty hard in closed beta tests. I don't know if they've changed his damage. Alright, let's talk about just some honorable mentions that didn't quite meet the list. This top one is the ones I really want people to be aware of, but let's talk about some quick honorable mentions here. Hulens. This guy has an unhealable 80% chance to apply it on his A1. So for places like Queen, you need an unhealable because all the ads heal. You don't need it. Guess you could kill the ads first, but it definitely helps. Deals 120% damage to an enemy and duplicates all negative effects, affecting them onto a random enemy. So this one's kind of cool. Also has a chance to apply poison. That's why some people might use him for Queen. If you don't have Gajar, I guess you could probably use this guy instead of Gajar. But yeah, because he also applies the no positive effects, which is useful for Queen as well. Queen was probably the only place I would use Hulens. A lot of people like this unit, Evelyn, as a damage dealer. I don't know. She's got A tier attack and yeah. Guaranteed crit if the enemy has defense down. So this is pretty cool. You can build her with really high crit damage and no crit chance, but I don't know. She also puts defense down herself. I don't know. I think she's a little overhyped. People were really excited about her. I don't think she's that good. Celine. This unit's kind of interesting. I went against a unit, a Celine, an enemy Celine, that hit me really hard. She has a big AoE, kind of like Hydrisia. And she has another AoE here, kind of an AoE. Deals a single target damage and then bounces between enemies 2 times. Also has a chance to place freeze. A1 deals some damage and grants attack up to the character. And she has this little shield ability. Grants a shield for 1 turn at the end of the turn. Ability may trigger once per turn. Kind of cool. She just puts a shield on herself. It doesn't say what the shield is worth, which is kind of odd, but might be a viable unit as an AoE unit. Kind of like a Hydrisia replacement, just won't be as good and doesn't play speed down. Okay, that's pretty much it for all the elites. I don't know any of these other units are super good. There is a couple new elite units in the game, and there's some with some interesting kits, but yeah, that's it for what I think are the best elite units in the game. These 8 are definitely the best units in the game, so definitely keep an eye out for those. Don't get rid of them. What I do is I just level them up a little bit and then put the ascensions in them so I don't accidentally get rid of them. Another thing is when you're in the altar, it automatically in the promote will turn on this feature here. So you may not want to use this right away. If you go here, it'll do rare and commons. If you do here, it'll do commons. So maybe change this to here before you do the hero promotion so you don't accidentally get rid of some elite units you want to keep. So okay, that's it for the video. A lot of really good elite units in this game. It's pretty amazing. They've done a pretty good job with balance, and they really have kept the free-to-play people in mind because epics and elites are very good in this game. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go down there, smash the like button, sub to the channel if you're not already, and have a great day, everyone. I'll be making more ace videos. Please do me a huge favor and sub to the channel. It really helps me out, and 75% of the people watching the videos are not subbed. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you guys.